don't know how my new phone works.
Big suck. Oh, I thought my window was down for a minute.
No.
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 This new charge cable's omnidirectional, right? Like,
Yes, it works both ways.
Rad.
Yeah, it's nice.
Just like me.
Ooh. Oh, fuck, that hurt.
How do you think I feel every day?
That's just your life.
We just saw Just Us League.
And in my opinion, it wasn't just Ass League. So,
I agree.
hey.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was okay. It was alright.
I feel like if I gave Thor Ragnarok a 7, I should give this one a 7. That's how I'm feeling about it.
See, I would agree, but for me, literally the whole first 2 acts were fucking trash, and it wasn't till that 3rd act that things actually mattered.
I can kind of see that one. I did like the first act, personally.
I think it was a much more cohesive story and plot than like what we saw in
Batman?
Yeah, Batman vs Superman. But I think the editing and like the way the scenes were placed, it was a bit all over the place.
Yeah,
The
but I mean, that's
transition from thing to thing was kind
fucking
of
Zack Snyder, though, so...
Yeah.
Dude.
I think I'm gonna give this like a B. Yeah. I'm moving towards the letter system like Quentin.
I'll give a B minus.
I give B. Like a hive of bees.
Hey, we saw, those were kind of like B's today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Them parademons.
Yes.
They're like little bugsies, but with guns.
But man,
Kind of like Mick, but instead of, knives for hands, it's guns.
See, in that movie, no matter what scene or what their backdrop was, whether it was a brick wall or ocean or anything, it looked like it was fucking like really bad
Yeah, that's
CGI.
true.
Like
Yeah.
90% of the time.
Even when
Even Cyborg, when he first appeared, was like, what is going on?
And I was fine with him when they showed from like just torso, but once you saw his skinny ass arms and his like 4-inch long waist, I'm like, there's something wrong there.
Well, for me, it was his face. Like,
His face wasn't that bad, I don't think.
I could tell, and it was just like, this is not as bad as, say, Injustice 2, but like, it was Uncanny Valley for me.
the biggest problem I had when it came to the CGI was, and spoilers, when Superman.
Okay, then we'll go into spoilers. Oh,
Yeah.
well, fuck it. Oh, well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shocker.
Who cares?
Superman.
No one listens.
Yeah. It was when Superman and Lois Lane, they were back in Kansas and they were in the cornfield and
it was CGI
you could
corn.
clearly tell it was CGI corn.
Now,
Like
oddly
you could have
enough-
actually gone to a cornfield and like shot in a cornfield for it to not be CGI. Like that's not a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it was harder to do the CGI cornfield than it was
Oh, yeah.
to just go to a cornfield. You know.
And speaking of CGI, they actually gave Zack Snyder a superhero that actually works in slow motion, and it would work with the plot.
Yeah, I know.
The fucking Flash.
That's what I was gonna. Another thing I was gonna say is all the fucking slow motion. I accepted for the Flash. Everywhere else, not fucking acceptable.
Yeah.
I
it's just
refuse.
way too much. With the Flash, it makes sense.
I am 90% sure that is why the movie was 2 hours. I bet if you took out all this slow motion, with the exception of the Flash, I think it would have been like a tight 145.
I actually didn't feel like it was 2 hours to me.
It was exactly 2 hours.
Like, I would say it just didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
It was a very, I wouldn't say fast-paced movie, but
No.
it was, it didn't drag on.
I feel like the first 2/3 were just so long. They took the fucking beginning scene from the fucking Lord of the Rings.
Did they?
Yes, because in the Lord of the Rings, they're like, in the first age, when Sauron came and attacked everyone, we forged all these rings, and we gave these rings to these people, and these rings to these people, and these rings to these people. And when they say each person, they show a scene of that person around the ring. They did the same fucking shit in this
Yeah,
fucking
he's right.
movie.
They did
They were
the
like,
same shit.
we spread the mother boxes across the people, and they showed a scene with all the people fighting the bad guy at the beginning.
See, I wouldn't have known, because I don't care.
And then they fucking showed like the Atlanteans with their box, and they showed the each one with the fucking box, and I'm like, this is the fucking Lord of the Rings. God damn it.
That didn't immediately come to mind, but yeah, I agree.
Son of a bitch.
Well, speaking of that fight scene, fucking Green Lantern actually did show up in this movie, just not
Yeah.
the Green Lantern.
Not Hal Jordan Green Lantern.
Yeah. I'm happy they at least acknowledged it, though.
Yeah.
Sad he didn't make like an appearance during like an after credit sequence, like, hey, I'm name here now too.
No, instead we got fucking Deathstroke.
Which was, I was surprised and I was kind of happy with that.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the villain in the Batman movie.
Oh, okay. That's, well, that's
Which is actually possibly not even going to happen anymore because fucking DC is a fucking shit show when it comes to directors. The people who directed the Lego movie were supposed to direct The Flash and then they dropped out. Then there was another person supposed to direct The Flash and then he dropped out. Then another person was supposed to direct The Flash and then he dropped out. There's 3 fucking people in a row that dropped out of the fucking Flash movie.
What?
So the Flash was just never made, or like
Not yet.
it's not even in the
It's
in the process
it's
of
supposed to
trying
come out way after Justice League, a couple years or year after Justice League.
Now, is the Batman movie actually going to be like a prequel? In this
I
case?
don't
'Cause
fucking know.
They keep mentioning, like, yeah, you were in service for 20 years.
Yeah, no. See, what I saw a lot of people suggesting, because I think the Flash movie is supposed to come out before, is I think they might do when they do the Flash movie, they might do Flashpoint and reboot some shit. That way they don't have to deal with the trash that was all the previous movies so far, and they could possibly recast Batman as well.
That would be rad.
Yeah.
Dude, just a Flashpoint movie.
Mm-hmm.
The thing with that though, and that's actually another problem I have with this movie, is that it seems to rely on a lot of like prior knowledge of the DC universe before going
entirely.
in. Because I think Casey would be a good study for this one. Because
Yeah,
like,
I didn't know shit about like what was the main villain's name?
Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf. Yeah, I didn't know shit about him. I didn't know shit about what those like bug things were. I didn't know anything about the 3 like the mother cubes or
Mother
whatever.
boxes.
Mother boxes.
Yep.
Yeah. Like all that shit I didn't know about.
Yeah.
And I also didn't get what was up with like Aquaman and like his backstory. I kind of understood.
yeah, that one you like literally had to know. She
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
you were abandoned as a kid. Well, fuck you too.
It was basically
I really didn't get that.
what it was is his mom was in Atlantean, but his dad was on land,
Was a non-fish boy.
non-fish
Oh,
boy, and
okay.
they and as they said in the movie, they don't like each other too much. So he was just kind of stuck in between.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And but the thing is with the Flash, with Barry Allen's kind of background, I kind of knew a little bit because I saw like the CW show that's like
Yeah.
still going on. And the thing is, the guy that played his dad in the movie, I think it's the same guy that plays his dad in the CW show. So I think that's kind of nice.
If that's the case, it's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. What else? Wonder Woman, I obviously knew her backstory.
Yeah, because you saw that movie.
Yeah,
like,
and then with Cyborg, everything that I know about Cyborg, I know from like Teen Titans.
and
Yeah.
that's like,
Booyah.
And then that's just like and that's not even like his backstory. That's just like
well, even then in Teen Titans, he was, and that's, the Teen Titans portrayal is really different from the comic portrayal.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, they've got the same basic powers, but the personality and just about everything else is just
yeah.
not wrong, but very different.
Yeah.
Oh, and the other thing that I thought was interesting was that the guy that played Cyborg's dad is the same guy that played Miles Dyson in Terminator 2. And I think it's a funny connection because he also worked on like a computer system
Yeah.
for like Skynet.
I
So
thought I recognized him. From
that's
somewhere.
that's a nice callback.
But yeah, that's the thing about Justice League, is that you really need to know a lot about the DC universe before like going into it.
Yeah.
It's not like the Marvel movies where they really get you caught up, or they just kind of start from ground zero. This one, they just kind of expect everybody to know.
Yeah.
Which works for like super popular heroes like Batman, because everybody knows Batman's backstory.
But Aquaman, not.
Yeah, not everybody knows Aquaman, not everybody knows Flash.
Yeah.
Well, with Wonder Woman, I can say like that one gets passed because I had a movie that was real popular real recently.
And I'd say more people would know about the Flash than Cyborg or Aquaman because he has a
for
TV
sure.
show.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, for the people who don't watch a TV show like
Yeah.
me, and if I'd say I didn't read the comics, I would have been flat lost.
Yeah.
But I mean, and then obviously everybody knows Superman's story by now.
Yeah.
Like between the myriad of movies that he's had, or just him being so
Superdog.
popular. Yeah. Or fuck that series. Thank God it died before it even got a pilot.
No, it did get a pilot. No one picked it up. Though.
Before anybody picked up the pilot.
There you go. Yeah. What I was going to say? Oh, I need DC to make a non-CGI villain, please.
Yeah.
I would like to request one of those.
And one that has
He's
an
got
intelligible
Deathstroke
voice.
now, so
Yeah.
that's
so
not,
far.
it's probably going to be a lot of CGI when it comes to like his action sequences, but like him as himself, it's not CGI.
Yeah,
obviously.
because
that's what we
fucking whatever the fuck in Suicide Squad. I can't even fucking remember what
The
the villain
Enchantress,
was.
but it wasn't.
Besides Enchantress.
It
Yeah.
was her brother.
Because there was, it was her brother or some shit. There was
Oh,
some
yeah.
giant, I think, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And then there was, I already said Doomsday. And then Ares, which was CGI for no fucking reason.
Oh yeah, because it was just an old dude,
Well, not
and
that.
then he like became not an old.
When he had the fucking armor on, that's they could have fucking done that with a real person. They didn't have to do CG, but they're like, no, let's do CG. Thanks.
Good. But I mean, there's been an upward trend in the DC movies recently, so that's good.
Yeah, but it's not much of an upward trend.
It's an upward trend at least.
It is an upward trend. But then again, when Suicide Squad is what you follow, it's really hard to go down from that. God damn it, when Superman was like, I believe in truth and justice, I flipped off the fucking screen. I was like, that is no, that's not okay. That's fucking dumb as shit. That's like, what are we, some kind of Suicide Squad? That's the same fucking shit, just different hero. God damn it.
I saw you were like giving a sly grin when you saw Batman just going.
Batman fucking came when Superman
Yeah, I
came
saw
back.
that. I
Jesus
remember-
Christ.
You lost your shit when that happened.
That's because he looked like he was having a hard orgasm in his pants.
Just,
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it, Batman, stop coming.
also, they just made fucking Superman busted his shit in this movie.
Yeah.
Like he just made everybody look like a fucking pansy.
Yeah, that's what Superman can do that.
Superman can do that, yeah, but it's just like at least have a little bit of balance.
And then when he fucking grabbed Batman, he's like, let me ask you, do you bleed? I'm like, God damn it, don't bring back memories. See, like if they, I think the third
Third half.
portion, fuck you, the third portion of that movie, real good. Everything before that, no.
I enjoyed my time with it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was alright.
Fucking Lord of the Rings bullshit.
Yeah, the only real problem I have with it is just the CGI cornfield and like the way the scenes were.
Yeah, so much.
It was just pretty blocky. It moved from like one thing to the other thing without much of a transition.
Yeah.
Actually, you are right on that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of the editing, some of the scenes.
Just kind of cut and it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy the Russian family got out okay though.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, honestly, like I didn't give a shit about that story at all. Like they
Yeah.
could have just not put it in there, and I would have like, I don't really give a shit about that.
See, for me,
That's pretty heartless, but I don't care.
see, for me, the reason why I don't like the first like 2/3 of the movie is because that whole section, I did not care about a single one of those people. I was sitting there and I was like, even Batman, I'm just like, yeah, you do whatever, who cares?
Oh, and one other thing I'd like to bring up too is the humor in the movie as well. Because, like, you know, the past DC movies were just
Serious.
too fucking serious.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a core problem. It's just that when it's just like so much, it gets a bit oppressive.
Yeah.
This one, I think, struck a nice balance.
That's because they brought in the Flash.
Yes, they brought in
Yeah.
the Flash, and like even Batman and Superman themselves were had a few like
Yeah, with his
lines.
fucking pre-cum.
Yeah, it's-
Superman showed up.
Yeah.
which I'm like, again, that's what I'm saying is part of the upward trend, and it actually feels a bit more like the comics themselves.
Yeah.
Of course, the comics are a little bit more serious than Marvel. At least that's my take on it. But they still have bits of humor here and there.
One thing I was gonna say is, I think the one scene with Aquaman at the very end when he's like, "Oh, we're all gonna die, but maybe I don't want to die." I think that's like that. I think that was one of my favorite scenes. in the
Jimmy
whole
with
movie.
Superman.
No, when he was on the Batmobile and he was holding the lasso of truth and he didn't realize it.
Oh yeah, he was just sitting on it.
Yeah, I thought that was one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie. That's the one scene that actually like made me laugh, like full out laugh.
Oh, the one line at the very end that just killed me was when Flash just instead of saying "Dos Vidania," he said "Dostoevsky."
Yeah,
What
he was
is- what
supposed to
is
say
that?
Dos Vidania, right?
Yeah, Dos Vidania is Russian for goodbye. Dostoevsky is like a famous Russian writer.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it
See,
was-
that
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
sound right.
I
was
noticed that. Yeah, it should have been.
That's
Dos
why I was
Vidania.
cracking up. So I was like, oh, they kind of made a slightly smart joke.
Good job, Zack Snyder.
It was like, it was perfectly in character for the Flash too, which I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, now Zack Snyder has directed both a Watchmen movie and several DC movies. That means they can mash that shit together and make a Doomsday Clock movie.
They said Doomsday Clock.
I know they did, but you realize the Doomsday Clock is like an actual
I know
concept.
it's an actual thing, but I don't fucking care. When if they could have said anything else, but they said Doomsday Clock. They're fucking referencing the comics, man.
No, they are not.
I'm gonna take what I can. God damn it! I know the Doomsday Clock's a real thing. But
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna take what I can get.
That means
If Batman can get a boner when Superman shows up, I can get a boner when they say Doomsday Clock. God damn it!
Doomsday Clock, more like Doomsday Cock.
Exactly.
That's what they beat last movie.
Wait, what's the Doomsday Clock? I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
So during the Cold War, there was a metaphorical clock called the Doomsday Clock, which midnight being the literal end of the world, and minutes to midnight being how close we are to the end of the world, aka nuclear annihilation.
Okay.
The closest it ever got was about 1 minute to midnight.
That was Cuban Missile Crisis, right?
I want to believe so,
Yeah, I
yes.
think so.
So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it was
It
just
had
more
to
of
be.
a. It was referenced in Watchmen as well, saying like the world is pretty much always at 1 minute to midnight in the Watchmen universe because shit's fucked.
Yeah,
Right.
shit's fucked.
Wait, but did they reference it here? in this
Well,
movie?
yeah, they just said like, yeah, it's humanity runs on a doomsday clock or something. I don't know.
I don't really remember
It
that.
was
It was a quick line.
it was a very quick line, and honestly, it was just kind of like, yeah, this, doomsday clock is a fairly common. Oh, I wouldn't say fairly common, but like, it's a known metaphor basically.
Yeah,
Like it's
okay.
just something that's in the literary word scheme,
Makes sense.
like stuff to draw on. God damn it! I just want to see Superman fighting Dr. Manhattan on film. I'll be rooting for Dr. Bluepeen because he's the best hero.
See, my question
Hero.
with the Doomsday Clock series is, you do realize Manhattan's going to be having to wear pants the whole time, right?
Gay.
Because it's mainline DC. It's not Vertigo or
I want
alternate DC.
blue fucking balls on every page.
There will be no blue balls.
I want his iridium shaft.
See, he's gonna be wearing pants, and the only blue balls are gonna be yours.
As long as they just make it like the tiniest fucking G-string they can get, I'll accept it.
It'll be like that Green Lantern where his balls were tucked upwards. You can see it. Man, that dude had. Some people have a moose knuckle. That dude had a McDonald's logo in his pants.
So I'm just gonna.
He got some golden arches.
His kids are just gonna be all sorts of genetically screwed if he ever has any.
Yeah.
How tightly bound they were to his scrotum.
Wait, his kids were bound to his scrub?
I'm saying, like, no, it's when your balls are that close to your body constantly, that leads to infertility, which is why you shouldn't wear tighty whities. You should wear boxers.
So I think we can all agree our favorite member of the Justice League in the movie was Flash, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's me.
Wait, favorite, like memory? Or?
Yeah, member.
Oh, member?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really,
Aquaman being a close second.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would agree with that.
At least in terms of dialogue. In terms of, like, actual action, I'd probably say Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Like, for what, like, some of the cool shit she pulled off.
I don't know. In terms of actual action, I think
I still think the Flash wins that one, too.
I
It's just,
think
like,
the Flash
in terms of,
and
like,
like
seconds.
maybe tied with Superman, just because Superman was a fucking badass.
He's just fucking busted is what he is.
Yeah, he came in and he made everyone look like a pussy. Yeah.
Now, in the comics, can Superman basically match Flash in terms of speed? Like, if
They
Flash
did
is
a
like
race. I can't remember who won, though.
Okay.
I think I think it's always just supposed to be left ambiguous.
Well, I think the Flash is always supposed to win in terms of speed, but I'm gonna forgive it for this time just because he's still so early on in accessing his
Yeah.
powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and they did it in the comics. Like I said, I just can't remember who won.
Yeah. 'Cause I just thought it was a bit bullshit when like Superman was able to turn his head at Speed Force speed to catch the Flash. Like that's just okay.
Yeah.
Because Flash, in my mind, is like one of the most busted DC characters.
Oh, yeah.
Just outright. Just some of the bullshit he does to the timeline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because he can actually like go back in time, right?
Yeah, he can just dick the timeline anytime he wants.
Oh, yeah, and so you know how they were saying that his dad killed his mom?
Yeah, no, he didn't actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
the reverse
evil,
Flash.
Yeah, reverse Flash.
Evil Flash.
I was
Eobard Thawne.
goddamn.
Yeah, his name actually is Eobard Thawne.
which is a weird fucking name.
That's
but it
'cause
means
he's from
for the
the
future. I know. It's still a weird fucking name though. And at first I thought it was some kind of anagram, but nope, it's just Eobard Thawne. I don't quite get it, but okay.
Let's see, Brett. If you flip the names so that the last name goes first and the first name goes last, and then you reverse the letters twice, and then flip them back, then it's still Eobard
Whoa.
Thawne. Cat
Fucking mind blown.
or dog.
I think it's a dog.
Maybe I can't tell. It's too far away.
Animal.
From the gate, it's probably
I'm
a dog.
90% sure that's a dog.
Doggy.
Like a little chihuahua or something.
If it was a chihuahua, you wouldn't be able to see that
Oh,
shit
don't
from
run
this
that dog
distance.
over. Oh shit. I got really scared.
Yeah, so did I.
I had a horrible thought, and I just thought the dog was just gonna fucking spin
You
in the air.
are fucked up.
You
That is fucked up.
think it's named Muffin?
Why?
Because after the car guy, after the car hit, it would be named Pancake.
Haha!
My mom told me that joke.
Oh my god.
Maybe Flat Jack?
Flapjack.
Because it sounds like flat.
No, he said flat jack.
Yeah, I said Flat Jack, but it sounds like Flapjack, so it's a nice little.
I want some silver dollar flappies now.
I can't wait to go home and shave. This is
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
the greatest shave I've
Right.
ever had in my entire goddamn life.
I'm gonna fiddle with my new shit tonight.
Brett,
Yeah.
when was
Isn't
the
that
last
what you
time you
always do?
shaved?
2 weeks ago?
Because I'm gonna grow out just this week, and I want to see what happens.
You want me to stay as is?
Yes, I
Okay.
want to see how far you get versus how far I get in 1 week.
Okay.
This is one day, and I can already feel some stuff.
You know what? I'll join in that too. 1 week, I'll join.
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking pwn both of you bitches, but
And
yeah.
let's do this
I'll
shit.
do the caveat that I'm just not gonna shave.
Ever?
No, not ever. Just
No.
for the 1 week that you guys aren't growing. I'm not gonna shave this time.
Honestly,
I'm gonna keep
I
this.
think after being
Give myself a fair head
Oh,
start.
but you're going to New Orleans. I don't know. You might want to shave so you can get some of that Cajun puss.
Yeah, no, it's gonna taste like crawdads. And
No, see,
No.
that's the problem. Is everywhere else, if you have
Clam.
unprotected sex, you get crabs. In fucking Louisiana, you get crawdads.
Craydads. Crayfish.
Crady-dids.
Are you going this week?
Next week, starting Tuesday.
Ooh, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. My dad says I need to drink a hand grenade.
Yeah.
Are you actually gonna do these things?
What is a
Yes.
hand grenade?
Good luck.
It'd kill me.
What's that?
Apparently it's like melon juice, which I'm hoping isn't tit milk, rum, vodka, and something else. I need to look at it again.
I can get into that.
Good
I
fucking
can
luck,
drink
Brett.
that.
Kill me.
You said you were gonna babysit him. It looks like he's making himself babysit you.
Yeah, no, honestly,
Hey,
yeah.
Brett, drink this. Okay.
I was telling this to Quentin earlier. The plan for you is just to get drunk way before he does, so that way he's the one that has to stay sober and babysit your ass
Hooray.
instead of the other way around.
Dad, take me to the jazz club. What? Take me to the jazz club. I want to see them play the saxophone.
You okay?
What killed you, Quentin? What killed you this time?
I refuse to say.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
You alright? Alright.
This is something on the level of your recent Amazon delivery of that book, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh man.
Let's see if I can remember how to turn this on. I don't like it. No. Okay. We just saw Justice League,
No, it's Just Us League.
not Just Ass League.
Just Us League.
Just
And
us.
we will see you guys next time.
Yay.